When you think of Castelli cycling clothing, you think of high tech and innovation. I'm here with Steve Smith of Castelli. Steve, you've got some really interesting high technology here to impart at Castelli.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we're here at Interbike. We're presenting for the first time, really to the bigger audience, new technology that's been about 2.5 years in the making. Kind of came about in a series of small steps that we started thinking about what you really need to keep your body warm in the winter, and about how your body really generates heat, retains that heat, and regulates its body temperature. And one of the things that we kind of stumbled upon is that your body actually radiates off a lot of heat. Like a radiator or any hot surface, actually a lot of heat radiates away from your body. And you know, most of the companies, ourselves included, we usually deal with this radiation heat by putting a big, thick, fleecy layer that keeps you nice and toasty warm. But in cycling, of course, you're actually generating a lot of heat. You don't need a lot of bulk there. And we really kind of got onto this space blanket idea and said, you know, why couldn't we just retain that body heat, get rid of the fleecy layer, and get down to basically impossibly thin materials and keep all the body heat in that way. So this is the idea, and this is actually the product. This is the liner inside our new radiation jacket, and you can see here that if we open it up, it does actually look like a space blanket, and that's in fact what it is. This is actually taking the same aluminum reflective material from a space blanket. We've put it on as a film on this impossibly thin substrate, protected it with a polycarbonate layer to make it very durable. And then we put these perforations into it, which actually take out about 20% of the fabric of the surface area of the fabric. This allows the moisture to escape, because on its own, a space blanket would not be breathable at all. Here, obviously, we had to take into account the amount of moisture the body creates in cycling, and 20% of the fabric is taken away to allow that moisture to escape. Now, this technology is actually reflects back about 80% of the body heat. So while you're cycling, you have a micron thick piece of fabric that actually reflects back the body heat. Now, this on its own would not be sufficient to keep you warm, because these holes lets a lot of airflow, a lot of wind come through. So we team it up with a Gore windstopper outer layer. We've used one of the thinnest and the most highly breathable windstopper fabric that there is as a two-component system. So number one, we keep the wind off from the outside. Number two, on the inside, we reflect back the body heat. You have two layers that are very, very thin that keep the body heat in and keep you warm without bulk. We don't have the big, thick fleece now. We have something that's very, very thin, so why not make it removable? That way, with one garment, you can go in warmer temperatures just with the wind protection. In cold temperatures, you can go with the radiation liner as well. So I'd like to introduce the Insolito radiation jacket. Insolito is Italian. It means unusual. It also means extraordinary, and that's the way we like to look at this jacket. Extraordinary in that you do have the outer layer with the windstopper protection. On the inner layer, you can see, you open it up, and there's the radiation that keeps you warm. Now with this piece, we actually have it zipped in, the cam lock zipper. Flip up the part of the zipper. You can pull it open, take out the liner completely. And in testing of this jacket, what we found is this radiation liner is extremely, extremely warm. I use it up to about 40 degrees and then take it out, because it's just, it's really warm. Those days you want to go for a long, slow ride in the winter, it's great, because you don't build up heat, or you don't get cold. You just keep all the heat in, and it's perfect. We started out making the jacket for really maximum cold temperatures. We have a built-in hood, attaches right in the top of the collar, so when you have the hood on, no cold air will enter in through the back of the collar. It's cut really close to the face, but back a ways from the ears, so that when you turn your head to check for traffic, you can see perfectly, nothing to block the view. Made to fit under a helmet, so you really have a jacket with the radiation inside, the collar or the hood on the top. Really unbelievably warm for those cold conditions, even into the low 20s. So as things warm up, you can take the collar, again, cam lock zipper, quite simple to pull off, even one-handed while riding. This can go into one of the 5 pockets in the jacket. And you have that jacket that's great for the normal cold conditions. Of course, as things warm up some more, you can take out that liner. So again, you have the full liner that fits really into the palm of a hand. It can go in the pockets as well. If you're doing a climb, you can also open up, get some extra ventilation. And then on the really warmer days, you can zip off the sleeves. And the sleeves, again, very, very thin windstopper fabric. It's a high stretch windstopper fabric, so the fit is great. These can go in the sleeves, and you have one garment that really is taking you from the low 20s up till 60 degrees. So here it is, the Insolito radiation jacket. We're really happy about it. We've worked on it for 2.5 years, and we're really happy with the results. It works in all conditions, and it's destined to become your favorite jacket.